See that fuel gauge right there? Watch what happens when I turn the truck on.
She took a lot of time in her answer, but she...
Okay, besides the annoying beeps, you see what's going on there? You see that bouncing activity going on? So anyway, I got a rebuilt gauge. New ones are hard to find. For these GM vehicles, the fuel gauge is different. I think the fuel and oil pressure are different than the temperature and the alternator. So I ordered a gauge from eBay. I'll put a link to the place I ordered it. They're supposedly very hard to find and very expensive at times. So I ordered this rebuilt one. I'm going to try and install that. We'll see how it goes. And I also have this check engine light. That's another P0442, I think it is. Small leak in the evap system again, or still. And that'll be another video, but we'll tackle that too. So let's get started on this fuel gauge. So to get this dash pod out, you got to screw up here and a couple down underneath here. So let's take those out next. So as I said, you got to take this screw out, and it's a 7mm. There's that one, and this one here. So you just pull down on this. After you get all the screws, there's 4 of them in this lower panel. You gotta put this all the way down, and this will come out. And then you got a few wires that are going to be hooked up to the back of this and to the back of your airbag. So you got to disconnect those, and then this will all come out. Okay, so it's a little bit of a battle to get some of these wires unhooked. I find a little flat screwdriver can help get in behind those clips, because as you can see, like on this one here, it goes underneath there, and you get a screwdriver in there and it'll help you pop it out. It's pretty tight, so this just all comes out. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, it looks like, to get out on this, to get this out. And then here's the third one. And then here's the last one under here. Okay, so there's the last one. And then this should just come out. So that just comes out like so. Okay, so we moved over here to the bench, and it looks like there's some clips here that have to be undone to get to the back of this. So let's just undo those and take this off. These are the bulbs. If you want to replace your bulbs, this would be the time to do it. So then you want to take these clips off to get the face of the gauge thing off. You should put a piece of tape. I think this one and the volt one will just go back normally, but I think this one, well, it's going to be hard to tell because I don't know where this one actually goes, but put a piece of tape on there and mark where they are, so when you you got to take these off, when you put them back on, they'll be where they started. So you want to take some tape and just mark where each one of these are. So you can use a fork to pry these off, and I'm going to just set them up here in the order that they came off. Okay, so you got to carefully, I use this flat screwdriver to pry. It's almost as if there was some glue holding this in, or it was held in by this channel. So it's going to sound like you're breaking. You just carefully go around and just carefully pry on that, and this will come out. Okay, so it took me a second to figure this out. You just twist on that and it comes right out. Okay, so here we have our new rebuilt gauge. Just going to want to take that and put it back in the same way to get out, which is to twist it back in like that. These things are going to line up and push into those pins. I'm going to lift it off a little bit and do it by hand so you can feel those going back in. Okay, I got it all back together. The needles went back on pretty well. I did go fill up with gas to make sure it was completely full, so when it gets over I know that it's on full. Everything else, the back just snaps back on, then this snaps back on. I'm going to order some new bulbs while I'm at it. I'm just going to put it back in. I don't have to drive it for a couple days. I've got my other car, so I'm just going to leave it here parked and order some new bulbs. Okay, so this is the back of the gauge cluster, and these are the little lights. I'm not going to replace these three. These are for the warning lights, but these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are just the gauge cluster lights. I'm going to replace those with these LED lights. So I got this, if I can open it. These replacement bases are the same as this here, but these are a blue LED, kind of partial to blue. They come in red, green, and I believe yellow, if you're into that kind of thing. So you just push that in. We'll know when we hook it up if they don't come on. Okay, so there's one. We got 4 more left to do. So this is the back cover. Just have to carefully, oh so carefully. Oh, that's satisfying to hear that clip. Okay, it's all clipped in, so we'll just go put this back in the car. Okay, so it's temporarily put back in. I haven't put the screws in yet, and I had to take this light switch out of the dash so I could plug it in to test it. Okay, so now we're just gonna test it by turning the lights on, and as you can see, we got blue. It looks like it's all filled in, so I'm gonna call that mission accomplished and go ahead and put these 4 screws back in. We got the cluster back in, and now you just reverse the process and put this bezel back in see, so you just pull these. That's what I do. I just like to pull these wires, harnesses, through the dash, and then you can position it carefully. I don't grow these anymore, so you gotta be careful. These old plastic, it's 20-year-old plastic. What I like to do is I take these switches out, and then just, it's easier to plug them in while they're out of the dash like this, and then pop them back in here like so. And then for the airbag, there we go. So now I just got to put the screws back in here, here and here, and then put the lower valance on, and as you can see, my gauges are all blue now. Turn the truck on. As you can see, the fuel gauge works, and all the other gauges appear to be working. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and finish buttoning this up off camera. I think you guys can figure out how to put the rest together. If not, there are some other videos online for that. It's just the bolts that came out before, just reverse the process. So I'm going to call this good. Glad you came along on this, and hopefully if you have a broken fuel gauge, this helped you out. So we'll see you on the next one.